Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and I am in the town of Grand Rapids, Minnesota, which is about 70 miles east of Bemidji. And in this town, there is a Judy Garland museum. If you wonder why there'd be a Judy Garland museum in a place like this, it's because this town, Grand Rapids, is Judy Garland's birthplace. So I'm going to go in the museum and show you what they have here.
Wait, you don't have to find it, huh? That's fine. You don't, I'll buy it. That's funny. Do you want me to throw that one away? There. Now you won't try to get away with it again.
How would you ladies like to wear this? A lot of these things are behind glass, which always makes it difficult to video with all the reflections that come with it. Does anyone recognize this carriage from one of her movies? Well, this is what it is. They have one of the spears that was used in the movie. And they actually have Dorothy's dress. And guess who this is? They have a lot of little dolls here. And they have the ruby slippers. Although, this says it's a replica.
Pretty solid consensus they were stolen by someone here. So they were thrown off the dam at Blandon. They were thrown in Pekegama Lake off the bridge. They were thrown in Pekegama Lake, some random place. They were burned, or they were buried. Everybody knows somebody who knows something, even if they don't know anything. Just the game of telephone that happens in small towns.
I think most of the town is really probably not interested.
It's a small town, everyone kind of knows everybody. Maybe people who are afraid to come forward and get in trouble, they don't open up here to people from the city.
They just don't want to talk to people they don't know, even with the police department.
I don't think that our local police, are really trained to really dig into a robbery like this.
It was an odd case for them, and then it became, I think, a bit of a problem case for them.
This was the biggest heist they'd ever had in this town.
Museum staff arrived, found an odd code on the alarm system, found a broken glass on a south exterior door, and contacted law enforcement.
Looking back, I realized they didn't take any fingerprints. They didn't dust anywhere around the door or anywhere.
The police were kind of, I don't want to say blocking the investigation, but they were poo-pooing it,
Honestly, never really heard a word from them after that day.
There was, countless hours dedicated to tracking down these slippers.
But 10 years have gone by. We had no idea it was going to last this long. We're the ones that want to find them because they were entrusted to us. We felt that we were just much more capable of doing it ourselves.
I don't know why people aren't working it harder. At least we're taking a liberty to try.
We had planned the festival, and they felt that this was the time to do it. To dive during the event when people are here, create some media excitement.
John Miner had the idea. Again, he wanted to do something that was great PR for the Wizard of Oz Festival.
My saying all my life has been life is one giant promotion.
The fact that no one has done a public dive at the Tioga Mine Pit is just baffling.
There was rumors of the shoes being thrown into the pit, just as any other stolen piece of property is rumored to make it into the pit or a nearby river.
Today we're looking for the ruby slippers. Well, it's a rumor that has been going on ever since they were stolen, that they were thrown into this pit. They stopped mining here in probably 1956 to 58.
So they mined all the iron, and then the water fills in, and eventually they turn into swimming beaches. And it's a beautiful lake because it is very clear, very blue.
The depths are one thing that we have to consider. If you took 2 or 3 steps out, you would probably be up to your neck deep in water. After that, it's a straight ledge that drops down to 150 to 170 feet. I hope we find them, but you know, there's a lot of water to cover, and they've been in here for 10 years.
I don't usually video the men's room, but this is a little unusual. I think I'll use this one. This is the grounds around the museum, and this is Judy Garland's house. The home she grew up in, and I'm going to go inside and show you what it looks like. This is the living room, and they have a piano. And let's go upstairs. We can hear how creaky the floors are. See what this sign says. It even has some clothes in the closet. Well, that was a small upstairs, but there's a lot more room downstairs and back here. The dining room. This must be the original telephone. Sewing machine. And here is the kitchen. You ever seen one of these stoves? This is interesting, but the door is locked. Washing machine. This door goes to the outside, and I think that must be a closet. This is her and her 2 sisters.
There's this prime real estate, but there's this promise they feel like they could just snap their fingers and maybe it all disappear.
The 3 Gum sisters have their own little act.
Down that way, too. Wasn't he playing the other way? Of course, people do go both ways.
Here's some more things behind the dreaded museum glass. That's a nice thing to go on the wall. How would you like to have this hanging on your wall?
I know.
They also have quite a large area with all these children's play rooms. Well, if you're a big Wizard of Oz fan, I bet you would find some things in that gift shop that you would like to buy. It's been a little interesting, unusual museum. Good day, folks.